Hello everyone, it's so great to be here. Yes, finally my first TEDx, and now I can add it to my bio, TEDx speaker. And every time I pick a course from today, it's going to be, hello, new name, TEDx alumni speaking, who this? I'm kidding. Why would I do something like that? Or not? I have a story for you. Once a young kid wrote a letter to himself, and the letter said, Dear me, who exactly am I? Am I strong? Am I smart? Or am I enough? Please do tell, because I am sick of this game you keep playing. 1 minute you tell me it's just a face, the next you assure me we'll be fine. But are we really fine? Dear me, who exactly am I? This kid could not understand why a question as simple as who am I could be giving him so much of a hassle that a hard guy like himself, someone with beards, sprouting beards, could be brought to tears where he has to start asking himself a question which most of us will refer to as a jam question. This is a question which people even used to fight. Who are you? How dare you? Who do you think you are? I am this. Who are you? And the person in response is saying, how dare you dare me? How dare you dare me? You want to know who I am? And the rancor goes on back and forth. For a long time, this kid was me. After years of living life the way I thought it should be lived, years of being who I thought I was meant to be, I had this sudden realization that I wasn't who I'm meant to be. Instead, I was just a figment of what I thought the society would accept. For years, I was a firm believer in allowing things float in the air and disappear by themselves. My friends will even tell you that I'm a happy person, I'm a happy kid, there was never a sad moment with me. And for me, they will be right, because I had already created this bubble where I was perfect, where I was comfortable, where I felt, okay, I cannot be hurt in this particular bubble. And I felt everything worked out. And when they don't, well, I never answered that question because they have to. And by the time things started going downhill for me, I'd already created this character, which was this all perfect, all smiling, everywhere stew guy. And when disappointments came, I smiled nonetheless. When emotions were flying left and right, I smiled nonetheless. I was slowly becoming who the society saw me as, and I was losing a part of myself. This is the case of many young adults today. A lot of us, like they say, we are just winging it. We're just going with the flow. An average youth is more worried about how society sees him. Will my pictures get enough likes? They think I'm rich, I have to keep up with acts. They think I'm funny, I have to keep up with the acts. They are more concerned about what other people think of them rather than be who they are, rather than be who they truly are to themselves, irrespective of the price they have to pay. For me, deep down, I knew things weren't fine. But still, it was easier for me to say, I am fine, thank you, than for me to say, I need help. Why, you may ask? Because the identity I had taken up was the identity of someone who was strong, the strongest avenger, destroyer of chains, first of his name, the superhero, the joker, And I believed I had to keep up with the act, just like some people today. And slowly, I used what the society and peer groups believed I was to suppress my emotions and max out who I am. Psychologists believe that the more emotions are suppressed or ignored, the stronger they get, and this is what they call amplification. This is the primary reasons for most mental breakdowns today, as it was my case. A lot of us downplay how we feel for some reasons we believe are valid. We believe pushing away and allowing such emotions from coming in is the true way of defining courage. Each day, there's a growing misconception as to what courage is. I once believed that it meant that you have to be the hardest guy in the room, the unbreakable one, this one with the strongest of will. But I was wrong. A former South African president and Nobel Prize winner, Nelson Mandela, of blessed memory, once said, courage is not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. The brave man is not the one who is not afraid, but he who conquers the fear. It took a while for me to accept this fact, but when I did, the game changed. You see, you need to accept that you are not perfect. You need to give yourself a room and a permission to fail, because we both know that you are more worried about the shame that comes with failure than you are worried of the failure in itself. Plans do fail. It doesn't mean you're a failure. You know, expectations do come short. You could get disappointed. That doesn't make you a disappointment. The ability to accept that there is a strength in being vulnerable and being true to yourself when things aren't going so well is courage in itself. Once again, courage is not the absence of fear. It is fear walking. There are some of us that before we write a test or an exam or even a group assignment, you get so scared and you begin to panic. But do you say, oh, I am so scared, so it means that I'm not going to actually do this thing because I am scared? No. Instead, you go on, you write that exam, you present those papers, you defend that project, and you come on top of everything. And you do all this while you are scared, while you are still afraid. That is courage. That is courage. The way to grow into who you are and what you're meant to be starts with exercising courage and ends with embracing how you feel. Sounds simple, right? But it's not something that just happens. You have to learn it. You have to keep reminding yourself daily about it. You are not angry, or rather, you are not an angry or you are not a vulnerable person. Instead, you feel angry and you feel vulnerable. And that is okay. Okay? That is perfectly fine. People think you are the strongest. People think you are so, people can dump their feelings on you, and people think that, oh, this guy is so perfect, nothing is going on with him. That is good. Good for you. But the real question is, are you strong? People think you are strong. Are you? It is your responsibility to see yourself for who you truly are, and the rest will set itself. As for me, after years of asking myself this so simple but yet deep question, and I had no sensible answer for it, and I'm sure you're probably asking yourself that question right now, I finally reached this resolution. I am strong, but I am not the strongest. Because I do fall sometimes. I am smart, but I'm not the smartest. Because I do need advice sometimes. I am enough, but I still need help sometimes, right? And after all this, I realized that it is okay to feel that way. Because as Madiba said, the brave is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers fear. With this, I ask you, and this is not an insult, I promise, who are you? Who exactly are you? If you are to ask yourself that question today, who would you say you are? As for me, I am a light, and I spread that light. Once again, my name is Emmanuel Odunfa. Thank you for having me.